Buhari to decide when to lift lockdown as extension ends today. Minister of Health Dr. Osage Ehanire. The Minister of Health Dr. Osage Ehanire has said President Muhammadu Buhari would determine when to lift the lockdown occasioned by the novel coronavirus pandemic in the country. Ehanire said this on Sunday Politics program on Channels Television in Abuja. The news agencies of Nigeria reports that on April 13th, Buhari announced a 14-day extension of lockdown in Lagos, Abuja, and Ogun State to combat the pandemic. The initial 14-day lockdown in the three states began on March 30th. The president, in his wisdom, will decide if the lockdown will be lifted, he said. The minister said that the decision to extend COVID-19 lockdown was tailored according to the needs of every country. We don't think that the restriction of movement limits significantly the spread of the virus. The models we have seen show that we have not got to the peak yet. He said Ehanire advised Nigerians that if their symptoms were not meeting the case definition of the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, officials might turn them back. He said that the government had been studying the case in Kano State with their authorities, adding that the ministry would be sending high-ranking fact-finding missions there. Ehanire said that the fact-finding mission would meet with the governor to be able to diagnose the situation, adding it was not really clear if they were COVID-19 related. Kano does not have experience with COVID-19 and the rate it has exploded should be of concern to all. It is possible to be able to contain it if the right process are followed and the right resources are brought in. The testing center should be back on stream tomorrow because a team has gone there now from NCDC and have arrived there today. They should be able to resume screening tomorrow. This is not funny at all. According to Nigerians have been agitating on social media that either the federal government likes it or not, this must not be extended. This so-called lockdown shouldn't be extended because they have never prepared any palliatives. They never prepared for this so-called lockdown. Masses are hungry, a lot of people are suffering, yet they are still extending this so-called lockdown. If they try to do it, there will be killings, there will be criminal activities everywhere, and a lot of people will suffer. So it's better they just lift the lockdown or they provide palliatives for the people, for the citizens of the country. And meanwhile, a lot of people even said all the palliative they promised to give since the beginning of the lockdown, majority of Nigerian citizens have not even seen anything. That is to show to you that they don't even care. Well, we have said these times with a number that the federal government should do something about this if they actually want this so-called virus not to spread, because as it is right now, even with the lockdown, the whole thing is spreading. Then what about when people now gather together? It will be worse, to be killing. So if they really want this so-called lockdown to this so-called virus to stop spreading, the thing is, the solution is let people be indoor. And for people to be indoor, you have to prepare for them. You have to prepare what they will eat for the next month, which is very, very important. If the federal government know what they are doing, they should come together, reason together. They shouldn't be greedy. They should just try their best to make sure people get stimulus packages and give away palliatives. That is what can make this whole thing get settled, or else a lot of people will be forced to go out to work, to mingle, and in the process a lot of havoc will happen that will even cost the federal government more than what they are even trying to prevent. Well, that is it. So let me have your take on this, and remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks and God bless.